Good morning, everyone. How are you? It is Miss Beth here, bringing you another cool lesson of activities you guys can do at home while you're enjoying your family. So what we are going to talk about today is one of my favorite parts of spring. And it is something magical that happens when sunshine moves through water and creates all beautiful different colors. And if you guessed it, we are going to talk about rainbows. We are going to do some activities that bring a rainbow into your house today so you can enjoy the beautiful colors. But first, let's go over the colors of the rainbow. You guys can say them with me here. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And when we see a rainbow out in nature, we see it in a round half circle. And that's because the earth is round. So as the sunshine is moving through all the water droplets in the air, it creates all those different beautiful colors that we see when we have a rainbow. So Miss Beth is going to create some rainbows for you today and do some activities that you can do at home to bring in your own rainbows to your house, okay? Now, when we talk about colors of the rainbow, if you remember, there's something special about my red, my yellow, and my blue. Those are my primary colors, meaning with just those three colors, we can create every color of the rainbow. Okay, so we're going to explore how we can do that. In the past, we have spent a day outside in nature's classroom with my shiny CDs and have explored how just the sunlight reflecting off something shiny can create all those different colors of the rainbow. You can see the sunlight hitting my shiny CD now and creating those colors. But we're going to create different types of rainbows inside of our homes today. So the first thing we are going to try to do is create a rainbow in a jar. So I'm going to use different liquids that I have in my kitchen, and I'm going to dye them different colors to see if I can stack my colors one on top of the other to create a rainbow. And I'm going to create the rainbow from the bottom up. So the first color I have in my jar is purple. And I created purple by mixing my two primary colors, red and blue, and mixed it to make purple. Now, when I'm stacking my liquids, I need to make sure I know which one is heavy, what is going to sink to the bottom, and I need to know what liquids are light, are going to float to the top. So this first item I have in here that I dyed purple is called corn syrup, or you could use honey. And corn syrup is very slow moving. And usually when a liquid is slow moving, it's very heavy. So I chose corn syrup to be at the bottom of my rainbow because I know it's nice and heavy. So if I'm going backwards and I have purple at the bottom, the next color I want to add to my jar is blue. So what I'm going to use from my kitchen is some blue dish soap. So I don't even have to dye this because it's already blue. And I'm going to carefully add it on top of my corn syrup and hope that it's lighter and floats on top. And ta-da! We're off to a good start. I have my heavy purple and then my lighter blue stacked on top. If I'm going backwards from my rainbow, purple, blue, and my next one's going to be green. So in order to create my green color, I'm actually going to use water. And water, hopefully, is going to be lighter than my soap and float on top of my blue. And I'm going to turn my water green just by giving it a little pinch of food coloring here so that I have all my beautiful colors of the rainbow. Give it a little mix. And now Miss Beth has to be careful while she's pouring this water on top of the soap, because we know when soap and water mix, it makes lots of bubbles. And I don't want bubbles. I just want my beautiful stacks of color. So I am going to carefully add my green. It's mixing a little bit, but hopefully we can get that. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. All right. So I was able to get that green right on top of that blue. So we're doing great creating our rainbow. Purple, blue, and then green. So next is going to be our yellow. And Miss Beth is going to choose a liquid that's kind of both yellow and orange that I know is very light and will sit on top of my water. And it's something we've experimented before, the idea of mixing oil and water. And we know that oil doesn't want to stick with water. It wants to float on top. So hopefully we can get this to float right on top of my green. Again, I have to be very careful with my pour here to make sure I don't mix it up too much. All right, look at that. So it's going to mix just a tiny bit because of the force of me pouring, but we are doing amazing. Purple, blue, green. I'm going to call my oil both a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange. So the last color that has to be super, super light to be able to stay all the way on top is going to be my red. And in order to create my light red liquid, what I'm going to use is rubbing alcohol. And rubbing alcohol is what you use to clean your cuts, and it helps keep things clean and disinfected. So I'm going to use my rubbing alcohol and a little bit of my food coloring once again to create that beautiful red color we want to see at the very top of our rainbow. Let me give that a little mixy mix. And here we go, the final color. Let's see if we can finish this rainbow in a jar. Nice and light. Oh, wanting to go under the oil, but hopefully it'll come right on top. Ooh, it is moving on the top, and you can see it moving to the top. It's kind of like a little lava lamp in here. It's trying to figure itself out. Where do I want to go? I want you to go to the top, red. I want you to go to the top. So we do have some red up top here. We can see that it's moving around a little bit, but we have been able to create a rainbow in a jar using our different liquids. Heavy purple at the bottom, our blue dish soap, green water, some oil, and my rubbing alcohol is going to slowly make its way to the top to create that beautiful rainbow. So I'm going to put this aside while we create another rainbow that you guys can actually use to decorate your homes, because we know that rainbows have also become a symbol of all of us sticking together, loving one another, and taking care of our families during this difficult time. So I'm going to show you how you can make some cool craft rainbows at home while my rainbow in a jar kind of figures itself out. So the first activity I'm going to show you is what I call a rainbow on a cloud. And in order to create this rainbow on a cloud, you are going to need a paper plate, some shaving cream, again with our different colors of our food coloring, and a toothpick or a spoon to be able to move it around, and of course a piece of paper. And you guys are going to be able to, again, use our primary colors, our red, yellow, and blue, to create your own little rainbow patterns off of our rainbow cloud. So the first thing you're going to do is put a little shaving cream on our plate here, make a nice fluffy cloud. And using my primary colors, my red, yellow, and blue, I'm going to try to again make all the colors of the rainbow. So with your red, yellow, and blue, you're going to give yourselves a little dot of red, then a little dot of yellow, and a little dot of blue food coloring. So all I have right now are my primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. But I'm going to use my Q-tip, and I'm going to try to move some of the colors in my cloud here, try to get some of my yellow to mix with my red to create a nice orange color. Okay, so mixing red and yellow gives me that orange color. Mixing my blue and yellow will give me a nice green color. And again, I'm just moving around my cloud to make those different colors. And if we remember, how can I make purple? I need to get a little bit of my red over here with my blue and mix that together to create a purple color on my cloud. So you can use your toothpick to create different patterns in your color, you're going to make sure you have your red, your orange, your yellow, your green. Don't forget my blue. I mixed a little too much in. And then create your purple. So it might take a little time to be able to mix all your colors together. But once you have your cloud created with those colors, you are going to take a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, gently press it on to top of your cloud. And when you pull it up, the beautiful rainbow that you've created, the color will stick to your paper, okay? So you can just kind of wipe off the leftover shaving cream and create that beautiful rainbow pattern onto your paper. Once you've created your rainbow, if you want to go a little crazier with your design and just drag through your toothpick to create a different tie-dye colors, this is something you can create over and over again with just another piece of paper, pressing it onto your beautiful rainbow cloud, and seeing how it moves to your paper to create a beautiful rainbow tie-dye. So that's an easy way to create a rainbow that you can hang up in your window or on your door in your bedroom to bring some colors into your home. And the next activity I show you to bring some rainbows into the house is actually one of my favorite activities to do. And it is creating a sun catcher. Something you can put in the window so that as the sun comes through it, it's actually going to bring those colors into your room. And in order to make my sun catcher, I need a couple of different things. One thing I need is contact paper. Contact paper is like a big piece of tape. And we have explored tape. We know that one side is not sticky, and we know that the other side is sticky. So we need to be able to use that sticky side to create our sun catcher. We're also going to use tissue paper. So tissue paper is very, very thin paper that the light can go through. So see what colors of tissue paper you have. If you don't have all the colors of the rainbow, that's cool. We'll make a beautiful, colorful sun catcher. But we also know that mixing colors can help us make different colors of the rainbow. So what I have done is I have cut up my different colors of tissue paper into small pieces or strips. And I'm going to use those pieces to stick to a piece of contact paper and create a beautiful sun catcher that I can put in the window, have the sun come through, and all those colors will actually show up on my wall or on my floor where the sun is shining. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is on a table or a flat surface, you are going to use your pieces of tissue paper to create a rainbow pattern. So you are going to place them in the right order. We have our red. I don't have yellow, but that's okay because I'm going to do red, then orange, and then what comes next? Red, orange, yellow, green. Just lay them out the way you want them to look in your sun catcher. And blue. So you can see my rainbow pattern here. And because I don't have purple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer or put one on top of the other, my red and my blue. And because tissue paper is so thin, I can layer my red and my blue, and they're going to mix to hopefully make that beautiful color purple. So once I have this all laid out the way I want it to look, here comes my contact paper. And we have learned that dealing with tape, anything that's sticky can often be a little tricky. So I just need to be able to peel my contact paper away to find my sticky part, because I want that sticky part to hold my tissue paper together. So once I peel off my contact paper, I'm making a mess, and find my sticky part, I'm just going to use that sticky part. See, here's my sticky tricky part. I'm just going to gently place it over my tissue paper and press down so that it all sticks to my contact paper. So now I could take this sticky part and attach it right to my window and it'll stick. Or what I can do is take all of my contact paper off and fold it over to remove some of the stick. I'll do sticky part on sticky part, and then I can cut it into any design I want to make a beautiful sun catcher. Oh, sticky, tricky everywhere, sticking to everything. So once I have my beautiful pattern, I could just fold it over, stick it to itself, and then if I wanted to create a different pattern with my rainbow, I could cut it into a different shape. So using my scissors, I can make a circle rainbow, I can make another heart rainbow, or I can leave it into that square. So now once my sun catcher is the shape I want, all I need to do is put it in the window. And as the sun shines through the window and through the sun catcher, you'll see all those different colors come through. And you can have a rainbow for yourself at home. So this is really awesome. And you can mix all the colors the way you'd like them. You can kind of see that my layering of the blue and red worked pretty well to create my purple. So experiment layering your tissue paper to make that beautiful rainbow sun catcher to be able to place in your window. Now I have one last rainbow activity for you guys to be able to do. And this is called Rainbow in a Bag. And it is super fun and one of my favorite things. So there is a recipe to this, and my apologies, I didn't have Miss Mary link it to this email, but I will send it to her. But what I have created is something I like to call color goop. And this colored goop, when I mix cornstarch, sugar, and water and heat it up, creates, it's not a slime because it doesn't stick together. It's kind of like a greasy lotion. It's a lot like Vaseline. And this Vaseline is really cool to use as a sensory exploration. I don't suggest using it in your hands because it will get messy. It's a little greasy. But what we're going to do with it is dye it. Our primary colors, again, are red, our yellow, and our blue. And we are going to use it to create a rainbow inside of a plastic bag. So I do suggest if you follow this recipe and create this rainbow goop, to use it in a closed space, like a bag, so that it doesn't get everywhere, but they still have the sensory exploration to be able to feel this awesome glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my primary colors. I'm going to use my red, yellow, and blue to create every color of the rainbow. Because I know if I mix red and yellow, I can make orange. If I mix yellow and blue, I can make green. And then if I mix red and blue, I can make that purple. So using my primary colors and my color goop, I am going to place 1 spoonful of each color in the bag. And having it in the right order is very important because I need to be able to mix my red and yellow and my yellow and blue. So I'm going to put a scoop of red, a scoop of yellow, and then lastly, clean off my spoon, a scoop of blue. So with just these 3 primary colors, Miss Beth is going to be able to make a rainbow in a bag. So I'm just going to give this a tight seal because again, it gets a little slimy. So I want to be able to keep it confined in this area. And what I'm going to do is simply find the colors I want to mix, press them down, and mix them together. And because it's like a gel and a lotion, I can pinch and squeeze and pinch and squeeze. And by mixing my red and yellow goop, I'm able to make a little bit of orange. So again, it's a really cool sensory activity for them to be able to kind of squish and mix and see those colors combine. After I make my orange, I have to squish and mix my blue and yellow together to create my green. So pinching, squishing, smushing, pinching, squishing, smushing, and I'm able to create some green. So right now I have red, I have orange, yellow, green, and blue. What color are we missing? We are missing purple. I have a little too much air in my bag, so let me just remove that because the purple part is the tricky part. I have to be able to mix my red and blue together. So I'm going to have to use my fingers to squish my red in my bag and try my best to move it over. It might start looking a little messy, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to make a mess. And by pinching and squishing and mushing and pinching and squishing and mushing my colored glue, I'm able to make that purple. So by mixing just our primary colors, we are able to make a rainbow in a bag, which is pretty awesome. Ultimately, your kids are probably going to squish them all together, which is cool because they're exploring how colors mix. But we know that when we mix all of our colors together, we are going to get kind of a brown bag of food. So first, try to create just your beautiful rainbow in the bag by mixing our primary colors together and see if you can create that rainbow. If you don't want to put it in a baggie, you could put your colored goop maybe on a tray and cover it with saran wrap, and that will be a cool way for them to be able to swish it around. But just having this cool goop as a sensory item to be able to create that rainbow is a super fun activity. And again, my apologies for not putting that recipe on this email link, but Miss Mary will have it to be able to send out to you guys if you're interested. So today we made a rainbow in a bag. Let's check on my rainbow in a jar. Ooh, we have some interesting separation happening, but I still have my heavy purple, my beautiful blues. You can see the strip of green here. And it seems I have made a mix of colors up here before seeing a tiny bit of my red laying on top of my yellow and orange. But it's fun to explore new things. Doesn't always work out perfect, but we were able to get some beautiful colors in the jar. And if you want to bring some rainbows into your home, try again to create those beautiful sun catchers, as well as our shaving cream cloud to bring some color into your home, okay? Well, friends, that's it for me today. I hope you guys are enjoying your time with your family and staying healthy and happy, and I hope to see you guys all soon. Bye-bye.